Welcome, Kingsmen! I hope you guys are all doing well. I would like to welcome you all back to another Napoleon Total War 3 replay. And guys, this is involving my favorite faction, which is the UK. Actually, we have two UK armies. We have a Russian UK faction, kind of a mix of both, the Helder Expedition. You have I believe, the United Kingdom from 1815, and then two Prussian factions. So this will be epic. Of course, they're going up against, no surprise here, France, two French factions, a Denmark faction, and Württemberg. And Württemberg is starting really close. If you see on the map, guys, this terrain looks awesome. The hills are going to provide an excellent field of play for either side. This Helder expedition has brought a decent amount of Russian cav. They brought some Russian lancers, and a lot of Russian cav, as you can see. We have some more, we have, of course, some British lights, the Queen's Own, and some more Russian, I believe, these are like hussars. And some more dragoons from Russia, and of course some 6-pounder horse artillery, kind of setting up a strong position for Württemberg immediately off. I'm not sure where this UK faction is going to be going. I'm assuming they're going to roll across this bridge and take on Württemberg, or they may be going this direction to reinforce these two Prussian factions, which are pushing up. There's probably, I kind of hope, because it's going to be epic, a fight for this hill. Look at these big trees. Somebody tried having a building here and it got ruined. So this will be a fight for the hill, as Denmark is pushing across the river very quickly, actually, here. They are making a massive push. And guys, look, I fixed the camera. What do you know about that? I fixed the camera. I don't know what I did. But France is utilizing this road. They're pushing up along the road. It's an excellent way to move up quickly. And hey, look, they can punch across. Maybe they'll be able to separate the allies. Maybe that'll be a plan they're working on. Württemberg is kind of squaring up against this coalition, this expedition force. I think this this Helder expedition has a lot more cav. Maybe not. No, they definitely have more cav. But Württemberg is bringing some Jaeger, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Looks like a Dragoon faction. Some more Dragoons, Chasseur Cheval, and some more of those Jaegers. If you look over here, though, Prussia has set up some oh no, are these light infantry? No, those are light cav. Light cav unit, I believe. Some lancers, kind of just scouting out. And yeah, they're definitely pushing up. Denmark is definitely like, we are going to take this hill. They're probably going to throw a ton of cav. That's the thing that Denmark has, is their cav units are pretty decently heavy strong. But look at this. Prussia is pushing up a ton of cav. I mean, they got some lighter cav. I believe that's the Jaegers is lighter, but just look at all this cav just rushing forward, being extremely aggressive. I love that. They are like, yeah, no, they're scaring them away. They're going to take this hill, solidify this line, along with this Helder expedition. Württemberg pushing up, being a lot more aggressive. I like it. Artillery from the 6-pounder is already opening up, starting to put some pressure on them. I believe they have their cannons setting up on this hill, which is going to be an awesome vantage point for them with this hill, which they can just hold the hill. But look at that, they're advancing up some infantry. The cav is falling back, but of course, because this artillery is driving them back. Prussia made an aggressive push, and Denmark is kind of on their own for now, but they did take this hill. Prussia doesn't have probably enough to actually fight for this hill at this time. So they're just going to be pushing up, taking on this hill. France is not far behind with some troops. And this other French army is probably going to be what's going to hit this Prussian faction. However, I like how Prussia is going for an aggressive move. France is trying to rush up some reinforcements to help out, because Württemberg cannot take on so many cav units, and they've kind of just clustered around this hill to defend their artillery in general. Their infantry is kind of exposed a little bit. That could be a concern, as these lights are getting up, going to probably start putting a little bit of pressure on the light infantry, or on these line infantry. And Prussia now sees all of this French cav, which is going to hopefully help to protect Württemberg's flank, as they got some dragoons. I believe they have some oh, I hear some shots. Yeah.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Oh, what? Who lost their general? Wait. They lost their general? I'm so confused. Is that... Pope lost their general, I guess. Rip. He was like, I didn't even get to see the battle. Oh, that'd be so sad. But artillery on both sides is putting a lot of pressure as Württemberg was starting to push forward, but now that Helder is pushing up, they're falling back a little bit. Denmark has, with France, taken this hill. They have pushed up some 3-pounders, and they have definitely taken the advantage here. If I was Prussia, I would just fall back. You can hold at these trees here and just protect the flank, or just move over here and take this hill. Because either they're going to have to run back across or try going this way, and your artillery can shell them. Over here, Prussia is on this road. They're probably going to see France, who is holding off for now till the cav can scout it out. But this cav is just encircling Württemberg. Württemberg is going to be in trouble if they don't maybe pull back to the hill. Because their cav is outmatched, and France hasn't really brought enough cav up maybe yet. As looks like Prussia is actually... No. I was hoping to catch a charge. So Denmark has pushed up. I like the position they have. They're hiding behind the hill, making sure they don't get shelled. Kind of not a whole lot going on here. This artillery's moving up. Hopefully this cav stays with them, because these are lights. They could definitely do a hit and run. Although they're charging uphill, so that will be a change in advantage. I think they're trying for it, but yeah, Denmark was definitely watching. And is like, yeah, no, King, you don't. Oh, and are they just going to go for a full charge? I mean, they're C5 versus a C7, so they're not going to run them down. Over here, this is where it's getting good, as now the cav's going in. France is charging, and Prussia was not able to get their lancers away in time. I think they're going to go for a charge as well. A lot of cav play going on. So France is going to get charged, but they're going to countercharge, but they're going to get countercharged, as everybody's countercharging their countercharges. A lot of countercharges. Württemberg's countercharging as well. Maybe England's going to throw in some cav, as Prussia is breaking a little bit. Württemberg's going in for yet another charge. These light dragoons, these light infantry are going to get charged by Württemberg if they push, but they're not. They're all falling back as France lost a ton of cav there. Prussia is setting forward some 6-pounders, and more cav rushing in as France and Württemberg are falling back. Skirmishers starting to set up against these. Oh my gosh! These poor Russian grenadiers? Yeah, these are grenadiers. Definitely grenadiers. Pushing up there, getting blasted by this cannon. These poor souls. That is just so unfortunate. Oh, look at this, guys. So, I'm trying to keep an eye on this to make sure nothing happens here, but the coalition, or that expedition, Helder expedition, is circling so far behind Württemberg. Württemberg is getting surrounded. But the Helder expedition is losing a lot of men. I hear some more cav going in. So France is being pushed back with their cav as just this mixed alliance of... oh, Württemberg's going in for a flanking charge. An excellent read on this Helder expedition. And now France, seeing them engage, is going in. And this may be disastrous. But of course, Prussia is throwing in some more troops. I see they charged some light infantry, I believe, over here. Excellent play, but real choice. Oh, here is the heavy cav. They got to watch out for this. These guys will change the game so fast. Helder expedition is going in. Württemberg is still trying to defend. They have some infantry shooting on them. At the same time, Helder is pushing up, trying to push on Württemberg's center. Now, you don't forget that there is some Helder expedition cav who is going to flank these heavy French cav, and if they break them, that is a major loss for France, because this is a really good cav unit. It's like the heavy punch through the hole kind of cav. Württemberg is trying to go to their assistance. There's just so much cav going on. Over here, it looks like Denmark is pushing up some cav, and some line infantry is going. Prussia has lost some cav, but the real fight is happening over here, where these Kirchgessers are winning. And Württemberg is reinforcing, which is a disaster. This was if the Helder expedition could have pulled this off, it'd been really good, but unfortunately, they're going to be isolated. Their men are going to be scared because they're isolated. Württemberg is now pushing up. They're getting shot by infantry. More cav. There's just so much going on here, guys. Württemberg has secured their flank, thankfully for them. And Helder is kind of holding back a little bit, as this is a tough position to assault, as the artillery is just going to shell the infantry as they advance. These lights got to watch out because they could get charged by some cav. And at the end of the day, I think the French definitely succeeded in gaining the upper hand when it came to cav. Denmark is pushing forward with France, kind of shadowing each other with these chasseurs cheval and these dragoons. But it looks like so far France has the advantage when it comes to cav now, unfortunately. Just they have a lot more cav. Prussia is pushing up some cav, seeing if they maybe could do a hit and run. But France definitely has a very strong position, setting up some very heavy cannon. And they've secured their flank successfully. Of course, Helder Expedition still has some cav over here. But now it is going to become more of a line battle, as Prussia and Helder and the UK are pushing up. Going to start pouring in some volleys. Look at these Scots pushing forward, firing some good old volleys. The cav of Württemberg going in for a charge on these Jaegers, and unfortunately that's going to chop these guys to bits. Unfortunately, Prussia is still pushing forward with France, or not Prussia. Going for a cav charge over here. This is going to be disastrous, as they're going to butcher these landward, which are more of a basic Prussian unit, and break them immediately. However, they got some friendly fire with that artillery coming in. Over here, though, the battle is heating up. As this line for Helder and Prussia is trying to form up to Württemberg. Württemberg has a very strong position. They just have so many units on this hill, and their cannon are probably going to rack up a ton of kills as they just... Okay, so now Helder's pushing up. They're putting advantage. There's 3 cannon, which... This is the 12-pounder, so this is going to do a lot of damage. But they got to watch out, because France could easily swing around on their flank. Denmark, they need to start pushing up. They have an advantage here. They have an artillery advantage. Pushing up and even shooting on the flank of these Prussians. Putting some pressure on some more of this cav, which is going to be greatly needed. So Denmark is going in for some more cav charge. Unfortunately, Prussia is getting just brutally murdered, losing a lot of infantry as they cannot handle this cav. They have no cav to defend. These guys are, like I said, the landwards, so they cannot form square. They are going to be almost helpless. Let's bounce back over here where we're going underground. I'm just kidding. As we're watching as Helder is kind of starting to put the assault on this hill. This artillery is probably going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, they're focusing down these grenadiers. But Helder will not be denied as they are pushing forward in a checker formation almost. Checkerboard formation, I like this. They can pour a volley in with these 2 guys, and this guy can charge forward. They have some cav, which I think is actually going to be going in. These light dragoons, the Queen's Own, I believe. No, just Bedshire. They're going to be going in for the cannon, and cannon are not ready for it. They're going to countercharge it, but it may not be enough, as Württemberg may lose their artillery, which will be a massive victory for this Helder expedition. Yep, they're wavering already, and formed a square. These grenadiers are pouring in some volleys. Prussia is kind of trying to defend this side against a possible French push, which I'm surprised France has not pushed forward. They should be pushing forward to help Württemberg. Württemberg is in trouble. They are just getting mass rushed like crazy over there. I can see that Prussia's kind of started falling back a little bit. I think that Denmark isn't gonna... Denmark has pushed forward, but here it's just a bum rush for this hill. They have taken Württemberg's artillery. They're pouring in some volleys, just mad rushing. I love this aggressive push. Württemberg is falling back. They're getting hit by cav as they're trying to run back, and Württemberg is in trouble. France is not pushing forward. France is staying here. They're like, you know, stingy French. Like, we're not going to come there. They were stupid. They should have fallen back. I don't know. Denmark has pushed forward. I think Prussia is going to fall back to this hill. They could have a better defensive position. They have the river, which will help, as it will slow down Denmark as they push across the river. Denmark maybe should just push this way. Both French factions are over here. or on this side, Württemberg is getting pushed pretty hard. And this cav, I missed it, but this cav hit Württemberg in the back. And now Württemberg is just, look at this. They ran in, the Helder expedition ran in, and they're just being, Württemberg is being mad pushed by Prussia and Helder and the UK faction. This is just painful to watch as Württemberg is just left out, hung out high and dry, and they are just starting to rout. It is unfortunate. If France had pushed forward instead of sitting on the hill, they maybe could have helped them. But I have a bad habit of criticizing factions, and I barely started playing this game. So if you are one of these players, I don't actually mean to criticize. I just theorize of what could have happened. It helps me. So, Württemberg is throwing in some cav. They are trying to save. They are hitting this infantry as much as possible. Prussia has sent in some cav to attack these infantry. And they're just trying to save this army. Prussia over here now. They have some artillery up on this hill, I hope. As they are able to maybe hold this river and hold right here. Or, you know, just fall back to this tree line. But this push over here, Württemberg is in massive, massive trouble. Helder was able to take this hill, actually, with minimal losses, I'd say. I mean, they probably lost a couple hundred men at the most. Maybe not even 100. Probably not even 100. Some Russian lancers going in for a cav charge, being countercharged by Württemberg. Württemberg is doing a good job of trying to hold them off, stave them off so they can reform. And finally, France is advancing to help their ally. They're like, you know what, we'll help you. And Prussia was caught being blindsided. They are falling back, trying to make sure they don't get overflanked. I believe there's only one Prussian army here who's trying to hold off Denmark and France. And Denmark is pushing across this river, pushing their cannon across, and they are just tenacious, just pushing forward constantly. They're doing an excellent job as these cav are going to be slowed down trying to push across this river. And, yep, they broke them. That was an excellent stand right there. If they can just hold them off long enough for this battle, if this UK, Prussian, Helder expedition can push on these two, this is 3 factions going up against 2, I believe, unless France is sending over some more. No, it's 2 versus 3. And Württemberg wisely is just putting mad space between themselves and Helder, because they've been feeling the wrath of this Russian-British line. Prussia is pushing forward. There's some 2 guys who are here for a tea party. They're just standing here like, you know, oh, this is Russians, so maybe they were having a vodka party, I don't know. So they're pushing forward. At the same time, it looks like they went in for another cav charge and broke some more reserve Prussians. That is so unfortunate. These Prussians have not been able to hold back. This cav wasn't able to save, but now this is some fresh Prussian cav. Maybe they'll be able to hit as these guys are active. Prussia is falling back, I would assume. They probably are. If they have any troops left, they're falling back. Other Prussia with UK is kind of going toe-to-toe, it looks like. And look at this. It's just a constant falling back. I think they're hoping they can maybe fall back and Denmark can come forward, and then they can just surround this force that's just being super tenacious and pushing forward.
The men are fatigued, sir.
This artillery up in the hill is going to be doing a lot of damage. They are in within range, and they're going to be starting to shell. As you can see, they were able to blast some holes in these East Essex foot infantry of the Brits. And yeah, they're just blasting holes in them. That is so unfortunate. But they have to push forward. They have to put pressure before Denmark and another French faction show up. But yeah, it looks like Prussia is falling back. And that may be the best thing right now. They can hold right here, or hold to the tree line. And this coalition has fought an uphill battle, guys. They have been constantly pushing the hills. I mean, if you look, this French alliance has been fighting on the hills constantly. They've been holding the hills, get pushed off the hills, except for on this side. They definitely have the hills to start. And now France has decided, you know what, it's time to join this line battle. We are with Württemberg. We can hold off. We actually have an advantage here. And this line battle is finally going to get underway. And who doesn't love a good old Napoleon Total War III line battle? However, this is concerning. Helder is going to be pushing for the flank. And this line can't extend. Definitely this coalition has the line to be able to encircle Württemberg, and Württemberg needs to make a stand with their French ally. That's the way this is going to work. But this is concerning because this army has done a ton of damage to Prussia and they haven't lost very much. Denmark and France, they have lost almost nothing. I hear a cav charge. Oh, some cav from Prussia going in, attacking the flank of these sappers. Oh, no. And they were in the tree, which is going to help, but these lancers are going to butcher them to pieces as Denmark is definitely going to rout. These sappers may do well in melee, but it actually may rout these lancers. Nope. Oh, here come... No. A little bit too late. Oh, more cav going in for another cav charge. These guys are in the woods, which is going to break some of the charge, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They're definitely going to die. Yep, they're dead. Here comes Prussia. Prussia coming in, guys. Coming in to hit the flank, and this force is in trouble. If the coalition pushes, they have this. They have this. I believe in them. Artillery, I believe, of theirs is pushing up. They still have a good amount of cav, and they are pushing on this flank. Württemberg wisely is going to hold in this tree line, which is going to help against cav, but Württemberg has only one cav unit over here, and this Helder expedition is mad pushing for them. Pushing up a lot of infantry. Württemberg is not going to have a whole lot to defend. I think, yeah, Foot of the Lions, King's Own. I like it. Prussia going in, pushing madly on them. They're just going to hold them back, and these guys need to push. Denmark and France need to push. There's so many troops here. They just need to keep pushing and pushing and pushing because their allies going to be in trouble here pretty soon here. As you can see, they are starting to get concerned. Some cav from Prussia did go in for a cav charge, but they have some reserve line, and this line has kind of just, it's a stop here, and the general, okay, so Helder went in for another charge. I'm sorry I missed it, but this general is making sure these guys don't break. Very good use of the general. Also, Württemberg, like I said, very good use of the trees, as that kind of breaks the cav charge a little bit. So it just, you know, use woods, your men are going to hold up better. So this line is kind of looking not the greatest from France, as they're starting to fall back. They're falling back instead of holding on the line. Prussia is pushing up on this hill. This artillery, there's a lot of artillery up here from France. This is going to be super crucial in trying to win this battle for France, as they are probably going to be able to butcher this line of Prussia. This is excellent flanking position too. I mean, they're getting shot to pieces. I'm not sure why these guys aren't firing. I think that's a glitch in good old England. But they're just going to start punching holes. Yeah, you can see they just dropped a bunch of guys there, and they're going to start falling back. Over here, Helder is still pushing. They're sending in some more cav. And yep, they're going for a flanking charge against Württemberg as they fall back. That is an excellent use of just hitting Württemberg, not letting them fall back. And they're probably going to break yet another line. And too late, Württemberg sends in some cav. And now the cav are going to engage. The general keeps rushing up, and that is what's keeping this Helder expedition alive, guys. It is a beautiful... They're trying to break this cav. Ooh, they're getting shot to pieces. Württemberg is falling back, so they're just kind of probably encircling this hill. They still got their heavy Kurschers. I don't know how to say that. And I'm missing it as Denmark went in for a capture. I'm so sorry I missed it. But they routed. However, France is coming in with some more cav. What are they going to do? That is the question. Are they going to go in for a capture? I think no. Yes. Hussars are meeting them, so they're going to fall back. Prussia is forming a square to kind of try to shoot up these French as they're pushing forward. And now Prussia has finally, like, this is where we're making a stand. They are sending on their cav, but their cav is getting shot probably in the back, which is probably not helping. More cav going in, some Jaegers going up against some, I believe, some other Jaegers from Denmark. They're going to break them. More cav from France charging in, trying to break Prussia's line. Prussia has had trouble with these cav charges, and this is just punching a hole clean down the center of Prussia. More cav coming in from Prussia. I think they're probably going to... Oh, it broke their cav, but both sides broke. Over here, let's just make sure we're not missing anything. The Helder expedition is still pushing forward. This is a game that's getting really close. There's a lot of reserves here that can be funneled this direction to hold off. And Prussia still has some more troops. They are holding. Denmark is not, and France is not getting very close yet. So Prussia has definitely held on for a decent amount of time. Helder is still pushing, and France is falling back. Oh, some cav pushing in the flank. Did they hit? Yeah, they're hitting these French units. Guys, this is getting close. It's going back and forth. This is an excellent battle. Württemberg getting charged in the back again. Oh, Helder is just tenacious. They just won't let Württemberg get away with withdrawing. They make them pay for it every time. Over here, France is finally starting to get close. These Jaegers are going to get shot to pieces. They're going to get shot to pieces. They need a charge or something. I think they probably got forgotten about, which is unfortunate. This unit can form square, which is probably why they're helping to hold off. They're watching this French army. However, yeah, I got some cav. Yeah, they're falling back. Denmark is coming to France's aid. That's an excellent, just going straight forward. They know what they need, as France is in trouble right now. Yeah, Württemberg is following at this tree line. They just keep falling back, and Helder is still pushing up. And, yeah, there's a gap right here, which if France had any cav, it'd be an excellent way to utilize it. But, I mean, UK is forming up units. Alright, so what are they going to do here? Are they going to charge the cannon? I hope they're going for a cannon charge, but France was watching it, but they're not going to be there in time. They did dismount their cannon to send them back so they would run away. Oh, nope. They're trying to save their artillery, guys. This is a big artillery. They are running. Are they going to save them in time? They are running. They're still 38 of 50. They're running them to the square. They may be able to save this artillery. That was an excellent charge by Prussia. And more cannon or more cav. Yep, the light dragoon going in, but Denmark saw it and was able to stop it. Over here, Prussia is doing an excellent tactic of firing, making these guys suffer every time they attack, and they need to. Ooh, guys, this is bad. The Chasseur Cheval is gonna charge these cannons and brutally murder them. Oh no, Prussia. Oh no, Prussia. They just lost their cannon. Oh no. That is so unfortunate. That could have stopped the whole French army. They may still be able to save it. Their men are still there. They may be able to save it still. They're shaken, but they are still there. That may have just barely been saved. More cav right here. We're going to have to defend that. Helder is pushing forward as now Württemberg is falling back again. See, Württemberg needs to make a stand. Use this building as a left flank for you. You have a building. Just string along here and just hold. You can't keep falling back. Helder's going to totally encircle this army. These guys aren't even facing the right direction. I mean, this UK and Helder have just done an excellent job of just pushing. Constantly pushing. This artillery was saved, which is a massive victory. But also, this artillery has been saved, and they're going to start punching holes in this French line. So now Prussia can make a stand and just start dealing out the damage. And that's a lot of damage. Denmark has come to save the day. And they are pushing up on Prussia. Prussia is going to have to defend this whole flank. And it looks like wisely, this is not a place that this artillery can shell anymore. So they're able to push up, making some massive, massive pushes on France. It's breaking. Württemberg is breaking. More cav going in. This is just... I just appreciate how well Helder has pushed up. I'm going to have to see who played afterwards so I can give him a shout out, because this UK, just this pushes has been beautiful. Oh, you have some I'm gonna. This is my kryptonite saying this. Denmark is pushing up with France. This cannon, I would say, is doing an excellent job of evening this line battle. France wisely is not trying to throw men into it. They are going this way, but look at this. This is a very strong move by Prussia. They see a gap. They see some cannon. I think they're going to go for it. More cav, though, from France is going for it. I think this is going to be a toe-to-toe battle. A cav charge. Ooh. Who's going to take it? Who's going to take it? That is the question. Uh-oh. Prussia is losing. And artillery is shooting them in the back. I think Prussia's going to lose, which is really bad because now they have no one to defend their cannon. Helder is making a mad push for the hill with the UK. They're just rushing up, guys. France is in trouble, and actually the UK may have this hill. Look at this. This solid push, guys. They start all the way over here. They have swung all the way around. Oh, I hear some cav. Oh, come from the UK. Württemberg is just not doing well. They need this battle to go in their favor. As now France has lost their guns. I wish I'd hit this cav charge. We have Ney. Good old Ney. He's hold fast, man. Ooh, my voice almost cracked there. Artillery still evening these odds over here. They have slaughtered so many French. They need to focus on these reinforcements over here. This artillery is probably going to start focusing down Prussian artillery. And these Prussians can't advance because Denmark. And Denmark is holding them. So there's a bunch of reinforcements. Denmark should shift over and let France just take over this line battle. That way France isn't multitasking on two flanks. But France is in trouble, guys. I think this is looking so strong for the UK faction right now. I mean, look at this. They are just pushing up. Württemberg's probably going to lose even more troops, and they are just falling back. They're using this road. That is very wise. Using this road, reinforcements are on the way, and they're going to be able to hold here. But the UK have taken this hill. And they're going to start pushing, and France is going to be needing to hold them back. And France over here is in trouble. Their artillery has just shelled them to pieces. This artillery, they need to send some cav over here and charge this Prussian gun. Guns, plural, I should say. And now Prussia knows they have the advantage with this artillery. However, this Prussian artillery cannot limber up. They lost their horses, so they're stuck there. Prussia needs to push forward as if Denmark is trying to reinforce. Push forward on them. They'd have to make them stop. Make them be forced to turn and fight you versus being able to move up. It'll slow down these reinforcements against this Helder UK expedition that is just pushing forward. And the UK should hold this hill. They have an advantage here. Instead of falling back. They're just isolating themselves, and Denmark could go in between and just surround this Prussian force. They are leaving some light Jaegers who are probably starting to get shot to pieces super fast. Look at these silent cannons. Okay, so I think Prussia is marching forward, which is what you need to do. You need to put pressure on them as they're trying to put pressure on your allies. And, oh, is this a general? No, this is the Dragoons. They are being shot to pieces. Württemberg still has held it together beautifully. I'll give them props. They, despite being, three-teamed, they have been holding the flank beautifully. They're just bending, not breaking. And this artillery is still firing, still putting tons of pressure on France. And France is probably going to lose this unit just because they can't hold a candle to Prussia right here. Denmark is holding on this hill. They have some artillery from France. France was able to run back and get their artillery. This is why UK should not have fallen back. They should not have let them just easily take these guns, because it's going to put pressure on Prussia as they're going to have to start falling back. And these guns could turn this whole Prussian force around. Over here, UK and Helder is still pushing on the flank. Württemberg finally is starting maybe get the upper hand as they're able to start encircling. However, there's a lot of reinforcements from Helder over here that can easily swing around. And having two lines is going to gain these guys a massive morale boost. And the fight is focusing around these trees, as there's not a lot of cav left. Not a whole lot of cav left. I think this is an artillery duel, to be honest, at this point. Prussia pushing forward. These are massive unit size, 160, 170, 208. That's massive unit sizes. So France is just falling back, being like, you know what, come within range of our guns this time. And they have more troops, and these guys are definitely getting tired. So it's just who can deal out the damage first. Denmark is not pushing, but France is starting to... No, they're withdrawing. And Württemberg better get the hint to withdraw too, because they are withdrawing. They need to withdraw. Ooh. I love this position. Look at this excellent field of fire that Denmark has. It's on the road too, guys. This is going to speed things up, I believe. And they're going to start punching holes. These Dragoons have taken a lot of hits. There's 40 of them left. They have gotten hit. They were the ones who helped take the hill, if I'm not mistaken, and they are about to just be obliterated. Poor Grenadiers. Imagine it. You wear a top hat, looks ridiculous, and adding insult to injury, then you get focused down because of your top hat. So Prussia just lost all their infantry to that cannon. That is extremely unfortunate.
Our men are running for.
They are pushing up, and they have some infantry pushing up on the flank of these French. This is a big move here, and if France is not paying attention, they're going to lose. Oh, look at this. Some Fusiliers are pushing up. They're going to use this road, and they can flank around, do a charge in the back lines. As this line battle over here, well, it's not as interesting, let's be honest, as this one. But Württemberg, Denmark are falling back. It is now down to France and Denmark, I'd say. Württemberg is pretty bloody. They've lost half the men. Yes, it is a Medieval 2 reference. And they are going to be waiting. They're like, you know what, come and get us. But of course, the nice thing is Helder has a lot of light infantry, and they can just skirmish them down over here and then push men this way and just take on Württemberg. UK is falling back, and Denmark and France are pushing up, having retaken this hill where so many men have died. And this French army is wisely falling back, but these guys are going to start pouring a volley into them, and they are just falling back. I missed it, but they did bayonet charge as they were trying to limber up. I think France saw it a little too late. So now Prussia is... I feel like these three should push this direction. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm a pro at this game. And these guys, this is what happens when you tell them to fire a certain unit versus just standing there and firing. They're not going to do the greatest job. See, they'll keep reforming. And now France is falling back. They've distracted a ton. Württemberg is making a stand against Helder. This battle is getting very, very, very close. But Helder has been pushing constantly, guys. Their guys are probably tired. They have been doing an aggressive push this whole time. Maybe they need to sit back and see if Denmark and France and Württemberg come for them. But Denmark has an artillery advantage here. And they're just going to be able to punch holes in this UK force. This battle is almost done, but it has gone back and forth so many times. UK now, or no, sorry, not UK. France is going to hopefully just make a stand on this hill. Try to make them pay for it. I think they fell back because they were going to get flanked by these Fusiliers. So now they have an advantage of the hill, and they have advantage because they are going to attack. So they're going to get the first volleys off as these guys are advancing. These are infantry are pretty elite, I believe. And they are going to... This is actually a general, I believe. One of those general units. So they're going to be pushing forward. They are going to take them on and maybe use this road if they can defeat them quickly. Use this road, push up behind. So far, though, not a whole lot happening. We can't really tell who's going to take this battle yet. It is very close. France or England still has some cav here, guys. The Scots Greys. Scots Greys and the Royal Horse Blues. They are going in for a cav charge. I think they are, because these guys have already fired. But watch out, because France has not fired, and they're coming up to back them up. No, they're going in for cav charge. Württemberg, poor Württemberg. They are just getting bloodied. Scots Greys, charge. They're moving. Charge them. Come on, charge them. I know you're fresh. You're fresh. Nope. Oh no. They're going to get volleyed. They're going to get volleyed. Oh no. Alright, so England has called the attack. They're going to push up as France is majorly pushing up the flank. France has finally arrived. They are trying to form up. England is trying to form up. I think they're deciding they're going to fall back because this is a massive push on this side. Over here, not a whole lot pushing, and that's okay, actually. You can push in one flank. It's the far other flank. These English are going to have to fall back. France is still falling back, and they are taking a ton of Prussian forces to take them on. And this is what, 5, 6, yeah, 6 UK, or 6 French versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 regiments of Prussia, guys. This is an unholy expense for the coalition, unfortunately. But they can't just leave them. So it's very good playing by France. They are just drawing them out. And France is rushing forward, guys. They are going for them. And Helder, Expedition, UK are running back. They know if they hold maybe at these buildings or hold in this tree line, they may have a bigger advantage. And they are falling back. Hardcore. Hardcore falling back. Probably going to make a stand by this building, which Denmark actually has. So, they're going to fall back. They have their general, John Lambert. And the other general, which is Ivan Essen, which is actually Russian. A Russian general. But they're falling back. Ooh, they're actually making a stand here. They're going to put some volleys at super close range. But they're going to get charged without actually being charged. And they are losing slightly. They're probably just sacrificing a unit just to stop Russia. And the rest of them are going to probably, stop and start just volleying. They're going to be using these buildings to kind of bring the odds in their favor as their choke points. UK should use this road as a bayonet charge. Get it nice and close and personal. Do some bayonet charges. But this is an excellent position. I love how they're holding. Still over here, guys, France is just falling back. And the UK at some point, or the Prussians at some point, just need to funnel down this road and help their allies. France is pushing majorly, and this Helder expedition is badly bloodied. They are going to have to make a hold somewhere. And I think they are charging this building, which, yeah, they're going to charge this building, see if they can't make a stand at this building. Let's see if you can't see how it's going to go. Yep. Ooh, they're just going to bloody these, I believe they're lights. Yeah, these are sharpshooters. So, UK is having major breakage here, and Württemberg pushed forward. This is turned disastrous for the UK, as now they are holding in this town square. They have taken this building, but guys, they don't have much left. They don't have much. France is just being tenacious, just pushing forward constantly. Doing a bayonet charge against Württemberg, as Württemberg is finally getting some revenge for just getting bloodied. A beautiful volley. Württemberg's general is forming up. Bayonet charge by Helder. Nope, it's not going to work, as now the UK are falling back. Things are looking disastrous for them. And, yeah. They unfortunately have just gotten surrounded by too many factions at once. And France is charging using this road, just bayonet charging. And look at that. John Moore of the Highlanders are falling back, and the UK are trying all they can, guys. They're trying to hold. France is now formed up. There's just mad fighting everywhere for everything. It's just a madhouse. It's like every man for himself almost. France is formed up. There's not much you can really say now, guys. It's just melee everywhere. The UK do have this building, and they're going to hit them point blank. UK is holding over here. The general, John Lambert, trying to rally his troops. You got some Prussians trying to hold over here, some more UK. It's just crazy. These guys are facing the wrong way. Facing the wrong way. That is very unfortunate. Artillery shelling, and things are looking pretty desperate. Alright, so Prussia is moving, but so is France. So Prussia is going to arrive, unfortunately, probably too late, as now France is just pushing in. Bayonet charging everything. Denmark is pushing up. And France, I will give it to them. This is the awesome last stand. This last stand is just... They are holding as best they can. Denmark, I think, is probably going to go in for a bayonet charge. Nope, they're just going to volley this one unit. New Hampshire, the Butchers. And it's going to make them break. These UK units are still trying to hold, but they are just going to be getting surrounded. And this last desperate stand is for the house. Can you imagine looking out the window? And boom. It's just a bunch of French. Prussians are arriving, I believe. But it's too late. In real life, these guys would have fallen back. They probably would have tactically retreated at this point. To save as much as they can for future battles. And now the UK is in this house only. And I believe, yep, there is a fight for this building. But I believe they are going to break. Yep, they're going to fall, and UK is gone. The UK is gone. It's just a little bit of Prussia, which probably going to start breaking pretty fast. Maybe not. I'm going to fast forward just so we can see. I think they're going to get surrounded, and this battle will be over. It was a really good battle, though. I mean, it was so close until the end. Which actually, Prussia has a decent army. I forgot they had 10 units, but they're not going to be able to fight very well against Denmark, who's going to just funnel all their troops this way. Unfortunately. And then France, of course, is just, I would just line up right here. You know? Just line up right here and push. Even if you lose this army, you have reinforcements galore. Prussia, if they had been on the other side, the UK coalition, I think what happened is they just got separated too much. And this army over here just pushed too hard and should have maybe just gone this way. France did a good job of distracting them. So we're just going to keep fast forwarding because, yeah. You know what, I'll just play from here. They're pushing on their flank. Yeah, let's fast forward a little bit so we can still see what's going on. I mean, I don't think the Prussians are going to be able to hold this off, but it's going to be an amazing last stand. As Denmark now is pushing up. I'll tell you what, guys. All this talking makes your throat get dry. My goodness. Ugh. So now Prussia is getting nice, close, and personal, and start volleying these units and doing a bayonet charge. But these guys are actually concerned because they've lost a lot. But Prussia, I think, is starting to fall back. Whew. Look at these fellas. Oh, look. Oh, he had the pistol. He meant business. And it's a rout. Oh, that's some beautiful shots there. I'll tell you what. You never, like, people don't get to really appreciate the game as much. But when you do, it's epic. An excellent job on both sides. I think Denmark played a crucial role here in this battle in helping them win. As now, I think it's just who can get the most kills. That's right. Load your musket. Or your rifle, I mean. Just load it. Alright, who's left? Oh. The last stand of the Russian general who refuses to go down without a fight. And he's still with it. What? Wait, there's someone shooting at them. Who's shooting at them? Oh, friendly fire. You know, this general just needs a charge. He's the last one left. What is he doing? What are you doing, huh? Let me talk to you. Just go and charge. Just do it. I know you don't want to get red on your green coat. But come on. Just do it. Just do it. I don't know why he's running away. I mean, there's nothing left to do. Okay, I'm going to fast forward because... Oh, is this a general duel? Is this going to be a general duel, guys? General duel! Woo. Let's see if we can get the generals fighting. Yep, it's a general duel. Oh, there he goes.
We have killed their general, sir.
Rip. Alright. Well, that is game now. Oh, wait. Prussia is still holding it together. I'm going to fast forward because, I'm sorry, but this should be over by now. Alright, that is game, right? Alright, so... This was sent in by Pope, I believe. No. It was sent in by one of the guys from the NPL server, which is linked in the description, guys, if you want to be part of a awesome server with some pretty fun guys that know how to play a good game and not get caught up in it. It's a good place to learn and to just play games. There's tons of people trying to grow this community. It's an awesome community, and this game's awesome. But good playing on both sides. It was actually a lot of fun to watch, going back and forth. If you guys enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not subscribed and you want to become a Kingsman today and help me reach 100 subscribers, I would greatly appreciate it. Just upwards and onwards is kind of what we're trying for. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I will catch you all in another video.